On the 26th of February 2015 at midnight 05, after a 2-year protracted onslaught from cancer, my mother, Mary Palmer, died in hospital. It was bullshit. I did not like it. But there we were, 3 men, my brother Derek, my dad and myself, standing in a hospital corridor, hoping that somebody would tell us what we were supposed to do next, dripping in the rain that we had fought through to get to the hospital, like warrior princesses in a George Lucas journey into the heart of darkness. Derek was tasked with texting our brother Alec to let him know what had happened. We spent 5 minutes composing that text, but as he was typing it, Derek accidentally mistexted the words, "dead now," instead. Now, we laughed about it at the time. Standing in that hospital waiting room, we laughed, dripping in rain and sorrow. Alec probably less so, but I'm sure he got over that hump. So, she went. She's gone. A lot of people ask me, no, that's a lie, I have no friends and I actively avoid human contact. No, I've often seen it asked of other more normal human beings than I. What is the thing that you miss the most about your loved one? And at the risk of sounding a little bit self-centered right now, the thing that I miss most about my mother is that she got my sense of humor. She was unshakable, highly shockable, and often shook with silent laughter as I tried to work in the word cock into a conversation with a priest, or deliberately fell down a set of stairs to make people scream and panic. She often fell down stairs herself, but that was more out of clumsiness than anything. So, it has been 6 years since her passing. And although the 2 years between diagnosis and death had its major ups and major downs, she did sometimes manage to maintain that silent shake of mirth. I remember the time I told her lying in her bed, prisoner to my stories, about the moment that I accidentally showed my partner's mother, herself going through chemotherapy at the time and having just lost the last of her hair, the film Full Metal Jacket. My mother hissed with laughter as I recounted the moment I realised that the opening 3 minutes of the film are just actors having their hair shaved off for real. Now, my partner's mother didn't have the same tolerance for my bizarre sense of humour, but she laughed hard that day, as did my mother, lying there in the bed being told that story. One thing she would not find funny, however, is but she's dead, so what you gonna do about it now? Don't worry, she would have laughed at that. I am, I know, a strange human being. My mother understood that my bizarre and self-deprecating sense of humour came from a very dark period of my teenage life. And she had a lot of compassion for that, even if sometimes she couldn't fully understand. It did help that I could make her laugh her ass off, though. And that sense of humour got us, my family and I, through one of the most painful periods in our lives. And as it came closer to the end, that laughter was less and less. But within those intimate moments, we still found things that we could laugh at, even towards the end. There are many stories that I would like to tell you that would make you laugh. But I think I'd rather wait until we're together again. Plus, I fucking hate monologuing and learning lines. But yeah, it's hard to eulogize somebody after 6 years. How do you get across the loss of someone who not only got your sense of humour, but laughed and understood where it came from? But I think I have a way. A line that I could whisper in her ear at the most inappropriate moment, that would make her silently shake with laughter, even as other people stood around, tutting their clucking tongues with false outrage. A line that's dark and black and cynical, that would make her laugh. She would hate that, by the way. The Christmas before she died, the whole family were gathered together. Dad, Derek, Alec and myself, with Mum upstairs in bed. I think we knew it was going to be her last Christmas, and I think she knew too. Because she cancelled Christmas on us, which opened a lot of questions. What were the limitations of that cancellation? Could we still open presents? Could we have Christmas dinner if we just called it dinner? So yeah, the year before she died, Mum cancelled Christmas. I was fucking glad to get shot of her, to be honest. I love Christmas. So that's it. That's the line. I think she would find that very funny. You don't have to. Maybe it's not for you. You can be offended if you want. In fact, I think the more offended you are, the funnier she would think it is. She was un-PC in a way that I can never be. But that's okay. She's dead. So, tonight, I am going to raise a glass of red wine to the memory of my mother. And once I'm drunk enough, I might say that line one more time. Because I think she would find it fucking funny.